Alright, so I was gonna do my Star Wars spoiler video until I realized, oh yeah, shit, it's the end of the year. People are getting up their best of the year list. So I have to make my top 10 of the year list, so that way it can be part of the cool kids club, and yeah, I'm so unoriginal like that. But you know what, it's best to do it now before I go back and binge out on Fallout 4 again. Yeah, guilty. And just a reminder, when it comes to any list, I have not seen every movie that has come out this year. I've heard that Spotlight, Brooklyn, and all those limited release movies are amazing, but I haven't seen those particular movies yet, and for a movie to make it on this list, it needs to be a movie that I have seen. And this is my personal list. These are the movies that made me watch them and go like, this is why I love movies. This is why I love going on YouTube and talking about them to you guys. The ones that were absolute experiences for me, and the ones that I got the most fun of out of any movie this year. So if you guys are in any way, shape, or form mad at any of the placement I put these films at, that's okay because it's my list. So let's get on with it. Let's talk about these movies one last time. Okay, so number 10. Coming at number 10 is a spy movie that took James Bond and redid it for a raunchier and newer generation, and that is Kingsman: The Secret Service. This is the type of movie where it knows it's a spy film, and it likes to poke fun out of every little thing that spy films have to offer. It's got the cool cars, cool gadgets, intriguing heroes and villains. The church scene where Colin Firth wastes everybody inside, that's one of the most memorable scenes out of any film this year. And it was just a good blend of action, adventure, comedy, with a little hint of drama, and if you're looking for that in a movie, go see Kingsman: The Secret Service. Okay, so number 9. At number 9 is a return to form out of one of the best animation studios today, as we can say, yeah, they still got some pretty sweet original ideas. And that is Disney Pixar's Inside Out. There's gotta be an animation somewhere on this list, and Inside Out, that's the best animation I've seen this year. It took the genius concept of the human mind and actually made it to a place where these characters communicate and live in. And I loved every single character in this movie. Like, guys, this movie made me cry over an imaginary character. When a movie does that, where it makes you care about something that's not real, this movie deserves to be on my top 10. Okay, so number 8. Whoop! What the fuck was... I don't know. At number 8, in my opinion, is the best high school movie that has come out in the past decade, and that is Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. It took the cliches of teen romance movies and flipped it over on its head in ways in which I didn't see coming. I love the chemistry between the three characters where they ultimately learn about friendship. I mean, it's done in movies so many times, but this movie does it so differently. It has heart, it has quirky humor, it's one of those good genre blended movies. And I can't wait to see what Olivia Cooke has up her sleeve when she works with Steven Spielberg on Ready Player One. I really can't wait for that. And that is a book in which I threw across my room in one of my videos, and happy hunting for that video. Okay, so number 7. At number 7 is a western that reminds me that Quentin Tarantino is the king of dialogue, and that is The Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight is a great mystery western in which you have all these characters stuck in a cabin, they don't like each other, and they all have guns. And it just proves that Tarantino is a powerhouse in filmmaking and screenwriting. Whenever he puts out a new film, I'm gonna be the first in line to go see it. The dialogue is some of the best I've seen yet from him, in my opinion, and it was so funny how they added a funny Mexican in there. Okay, so number 6. Now, number 6 is a movie in which, in terms of drama, this is the best on my list thus far, and that is Denis Villeneuve's It's-a Me, Sicario! You saw it coming. I had to do shitty Italian accent guy. Sicario had it all, basically. It had a great screenplay, amazing cinematography, amazing acting, Benicio del Toro blows it out of the water, and the setting was realistic and gritty. It was some of the best work I've seen on a film in a long time, and it had one of the most fist-clenching climaxes I've seen all year. Just watch it and you'll see. And Benicio del Toro needs to get nominated, at least. He was great. Okay, so number 5. Ow, not gonna lie, that really hurt. Now, number 5 is the reason why I love science fiction movies and why I'm a huge fan of AI movies and how they dive into the whole concept of humanity, and that is Ex Machina. Ex Machina reminds me that movies can do that in a very smart way. It can make you think, what is the human mind? What is humanity? It had a breakout performance of Alicia Vikander, Oscar Isaac, and Domhnall Gleeson. They worked amazing off each other. In just those 3 people alone, they made a 2-hour-plus movie very entertaining and one of the best AI films I have ever seen. Okay, so number 4. Now, number 4, holy shit. I loved reviewing this movie, but people call this the greatest movie to be ever made in the history of mankind, and that is Mad Max Fury Road. Now, I found myself rewatching this movie over and over the most. I've seen this movie about 10-15 times now. Now, there's a reason why it's on this list, and that's because it had incredible stunt work, it had incredible action. I say it's some of the best ever put on film. It was balls to the wall action that my inner metalhead loved, and all the practical effects is what made it special. And I stress special because it is special. Do I think it's the greatest movie ever made? No. There's a reason why it's not number 1. I'm gonna get crucified just like in my comment section of my review, but if you guys want to check that out and have a good laugh, go check out my review. It's pretty funny. But if you're gonna be a dick about it, fuck off, dude. random water bottle, but okay, number 3. Now, number 3 is a movie that took a sad, depressing concept and turned it into a very lighthearted and positive approach, and that is Ridley Scott's The Martian. I love seeing Matt Damon going up against all odds when he's trying to survive on Mars, and he does it in a very positive way. The movie was funny, it had some crazy intense moments, and it was a great return to form for Ridley Scott. He really needed the shit. It made me want to read the book. I don't read. It made me want to read the book. But I'm really looking forward to Ridley Scott's next movie if he's doing it in space. Wait, he's doing the new Prometheus movie, I forgot. Okay, so number 2. Number 2 hit almost every single emotion for me. It took everything what made the original so great and made it for the modern age. And that is Creed. I love the Rocky franchise. It's one of my favorite film franchises out there. So when you take a brand new character and you see it interwoven with the character of Rocky, I think it's pure brilliance. It's a touching story about two men who have nothing in the world and they create a bond with each other in which they view it as family. And the fight scene where it was all done in one take, it made me want to see more of Ryan Coogler. It's not just a fantastic first name, but it's a great choice for that Black Panther movie if he ever decides he wants to do it. Creed was so great to the point where I can say it's up there with the original Rocky. And that's really saying something. Okay, so number 1. Now this is the movie that made me cry the most, that made me fanboy out the most, the movie that made me cry and fanboy some more, the movie that had so much secrecy surrounding it and definitely paying off in the end, and that is J.J. Abrams' Star Wars The Force Awakens. I think you guys would have figured that out because I had the poster in the back. This movie gave me one of the most unique cinematic experiences I've ever had in my life because beforehand, I did the Star Wars marathon where we watched all the previous Star Wars films leading up to The Force Awakens all on the big screen, and it was 20 plus hours of pure Star Wars, and it was amazing. But The Force Awakens was the return to form for this franchise. It had awesome characters, it had awesome dogfights, all the practical effects and location settings. It was overall a really beautiful movie. And not just a beautiful movie, but my favorite movie and experience of 2015. Alright, that's it. That's my list of my top 10 favorite movies of 2015. You guys may not agree with me. We all have different lists and opinions, which is all good, but I want to know what your guys' top 10 of the year list is. Whatever your top 10 of 2015 list is, leave it down below, and as always, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all that social media shit down below. Keep in contact with me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and as always, may the Force be with you.